Hello children, this is Deepa Tyagi, your English teacher, back with some more lessons. So, in the previous video, I already taught you about the finite verbs and the non-finite verbs. Okay, to continue with the same topic, today we'll speak mainly about the non-finite verbs. Children, I call non-finite verbs the imposters. Why I call them imposters? You know what do you mean by imposters? Imposters, like for example, a person comes to your house in the uniform of a policeman. He disguises himself, but he's not exactly a policeman. Okay, so the same with the non-finite verbs. They look like verbs, but exactly they are not the verbs. Okay, they are the adjectives, they are the nouns, and they are the adverbs. Like when we talk about participles, non-finite verbs, three types. These are participles, gerunds, and infinitives. Okay, I'll give you a detailed study about one by one. Don't feel that this topic is difficult. No, just listen it carefully. It will be easy for you. Okay, what are the gerunds? Gerunds, as I told, they behave like a verbs, but gerunds are the nouns. Participles, they work as an adjective in a sentence, and the infinitives, like the adverbs. What are the adverbs? Add something to the verb. So what we add here to the verb? To. Okay, now see, gerunds, when we add ing to the verb, but they turn and they work as a noun in a sentence. For example, if I say learning is a good habit, here learning is working as a subject over here. He loves swimming. Here the word swimming is an object, but it is a noun. Running is a good exercise. Here running, if you talk about the run, it is only a verb, but when I'm saying running is a good exercise, or I like running, so here the running is working as a noun. Anushkriti enjoys cooking a lot. Just read the sentence very carefully. Cooking, okay, a lot. Here the word cooking is working as a noun. Children are trying to do best in UT, or Anshuman is trying to do best in UTs. So here the trying, why I'm saying mainly we are talking about the non-finite verb. Here these gerunds which are added with the ing, if you work them with, like, they do not change, they remain the same. Running is a good exercise. Cooking will remain the same. We love cooking, or Anushkriti enjoys cooking. The verb keep on changing, but here this is not changing. Okay, now come to the participles. The participles, again we are talking about the non-finite verbs which does not change. Participles, where these work as an adjectives. Participles are the three forms of verbs, like adding with ing, present participle, past participle, and the perfect participle with ed, en, as well as with ing. Okay, mainly you see they work as an adjective in a sentence. I hope you all know what are the adjectives. Are the words which describes a noun or a pronoun. Okay, is a word. Yes, so the sleeping cat is brown. Here the cat, see, sleeping cat. Here the word sleeping is describing about a cat. It means the cat is in sleeping form. The sleeping cat is brown. This word sleeping, here it is not working as a noun. Don't get confused that it is also added with the ing, but it is describing the cat, sleeping cat. Now, dancing dolls look beautiful. When we say dancing dolls, now here they are describing the dolls, okay? Here you can say dancing dolls look beautiful, but the verb will change, but this will not change. Dancing doll looks beautiful, okay? So this is the finite verb which may change according to the subject, but when we talk about this dancing, it is a non-finite verb and it is the example of a participle where the dancing word is describing the dolls. Now see, the broken glass cut my finger. The broken glass. Here when I'm using the past participle broken, it's not using here as a verb, it is used as a describing word to glass. The glass is broken means broken glass, okay? Now see the one more example. A tired person cannot be productive. When I say a tired person, here the word tired again uses a past participle where the person is described as he is tired. Okay. Now having tired, I took rest. Having tired, I took rest. So it is also describing like I is a tired person. Now having finished my homework, I went to play. Having finished my homework, I went to play. But if I say the same sentence, changing this subject, I can use having finished their work, they went to play. So here it may change, but this is not changed as it is a participle or a non-finite verb. Come to the last, that is infinitives. Okay, infinitives where to is added with the verb. To is added with the verb. Akshara went to UK to study. Here I may change they go to UK to study. So here this verb may change as a finite verb, but to study will remain the verb. They went to school to study. She goes to school to study. So it may change, but this is remain the same as it is a non-finite verb, and these are the infinitives. Akshat has no time to eat. I have no time to eat. So here when I say I have, the verb changes, okay, because it is a finite verb, but it will remain the same whatever the subject you put. They have no time to eat. I have no time to eat. She has no time to eat. So this to eat, which is an infinitive, remain the same. Ananya reads to gain knowledge. Ananya reads to gain knowledge. They read to gain knowledge. We all read to gain knowledge. So when I changes the subject, this finite verb changes, but when I say to gain, it remains the same because it is a non-finite verb, does not change, and example of infinitive. Children, here we have some bare infinitive where we use the sentence without to. Okay, see, Anushkriti made me cry. Anshanshi made me cry. It is a bare infinitive where I am using the word cry without to. Anshuman heard Antra sing a lovely song. Okay, it is not something that Anshuman asked Antra to sing a song, but in the sentence Anshuman heard Antra sing a beautiful song. Okay, so we do have some bare infinitive which are the exceptions to the infinitives. Thank you, children. Meet you again in the next class. Bye bye. Till then, have a good day.